Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Road and Plate Stock Car Series here on iRacing. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. We are in Season 2, starting our first race here at Talladega. That's right. We're going to have the plate aspect of the Road and Plate Series. Named as such, it is only road courses and only plate tracks, and they are in the C-Class trucks, as you can see here. It's going to be a really fun season I can feel coming up, so just stay tuned. The heat race will be beginning very soon, and I will go over everything involved in the format then. We are 28 strong here, rolling off the field in Talladega, Alabama, for the Road and Plate League race here today. We are in C-Class trucks, as I said, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to the first broadcast, week 1 of season 2 of the Road and Plate League. This is going to be a very, very interesting one. If you haven't already, do be sure to go down and click the subscribe button down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. It always helps us out so we can get boosted bettering the algorithms. And as well, make sure to throw things up in chat. I will see you guys throughout the night, and we'll try to respond to you as we have a moment. Love to see what the race fans out there are thinking and saying to one another. It is going to be an exciting night of plate racing here. I am your broadcaster, Rain Braun. Glad to be back in the driver's seat, so to speak, here tonight. It's going to be a very interesting one. And as I said, make sure to click the subscribe button down below if you have not already. That way you can always be notified whenever we go live. If you're new to the Road and Plate League here, you are definitely in for a treat. There's a very interesting format to this league. First off, starting up here, as you can see, there was a qualifying order set in that initial round, and we are going to now have a 15-minute, I believe. Let me double check here. I always want to say this information right. Let's see here. Yeah. A 15-minute heat race where the top 15 will receive points, and the top 10 will end up being inverted. And then we will go on to a final, I believe it's a 35-minute feature from there. That could be a little bit off on those numbers, but bear with me, I'm new here. So, as we're actually getting around here, about to go green on this initial heat race. And here they come to the line as they launch off. Steve Loving, Jacob Bradley, starting this thing as they come to that long stretch heading into turn 1. As you can see here, this is quite a filled field. As I said, 28 people currently in here at the Road and Plate League. We got Jacob Bradley, Johnny Rapp sitting up there on the top row, both affiliated with each other, Payday Racing. Then we have Steve Loving down the bottom, being supported there by the A5 of Justin Wilson, while Mark Royce is trying to make moves up the top. Not a lot of shuffling going around too much here. Everybody's within 1 or 2 positions of where they kind of started. Nick Serif up 3 into 21st. Looks like he just dropped down a little bit, but that is the nature of the plate racing. A really strong bottom line forming here so far. As you can see, people are kind of jockeying for position. Looks like Jay Bass is losing a little bit out the back there. He's definitely going to want to try to gather that. We're going 3 wide already. We're basically on lap 2 here, and we've got 3 wide through the middle. You can see Steve Loving sitting there. He's supported in the back there by Dustin Bally in the number 24. And that second line, led there by Johnny Rapp in the 52, appears to be a lot stronger. We got somebody diving down to the inside. Gonna have to take a look and see who that was. Things have shaken up quite a bit already. Justin Wilson now pushing hard in the back of Jacob Bradley, leaving him out. Jacob Bradley has been leading this thing pretty much since the get-go, it looks like. And again, we have another 3 wide pack forming in the back here. Started out by that Valvoline machine. The 80, no, sorry, that looks like, oh, whoa, 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 big one, big one. Wow, that is a lot of cars involved. And just like that, something got really, really out of whack. I saw Johnny wrap around. I saw a number of cars going around. We're going to have to go back here and see exactly what happened. Let's see if I can get back to that yellow flag being thrown here. And it looks like from this position... Oh, wow. Johnny Rapp coming just across the nose of Jacob Bradley there. He came way down the track, it looks like. And that push, of course, really strong there for Jacob Bradley. And just completely clipped into him. And from there, the rest was to be seen. Of course, Johnny Rapp had no way of controlling that car. He comes up into the 3 car there, tagging Levi Powell. And that just creates a chain reaction. We see Michael Gudger involved. This 4-car pack pushing along here. So much happening, so many cars involved. It's hard to say. That was a substantial portion of the field, ladies and gentlemen, that ended up being taken there. I'm sure we're going to see a number of people having to drop down and pit at this point. Looks like Sam Stoner already had to get towed himself in. Jacob Bradley is still in the lead. He is not pitting here, but we do have a number of people who are pitting. We got Mark Royce, Levi Powell, Dan Ott, Laura Wiseman, Kenny Troughton, Evan Hubchak, Nick Serif, Tom Wendt, Daniel Morris Jr., Alex Hunt, Johnny Rapp, Corey Hutchinson, Chris Winslow, all coming down pit road. Staying out over here, we've got Jacob Bradley, Steve Loving, Justin Wilson, Dustin Bawley, and Phil Keck rounding out your top 5 right now. How's that for excitement, ladies and gentlemen? That kicked off pretty quick, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, as we sit here under our first caution, 9 minutes to go in this initial heat race to set the stage for the feature that comes after. We had the big one already, ladies and gentlemen, those first couple of minutes. You always are going to end up getting excitement when you come to these plate tracks, when you come to a place like Talladega. Let's see if we can get somebody in here. Going to go ahead and see if we can pull Johnny Rapp. See if we can see if he's in here. I do believe I saw him, but he might have backed out. No, it looks like we won't be able to get him on comms just yet. No, it doesn't look like we'll be able to pull him on comms, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get somebody in here. Go ahead and pull Sam Stoner. He was involved in that accident. See exactly what he saw. Hey, Sam, Rain up in the booth. Can you hear me? Hey, man, long time no speak. Just wanted to kind of get your reaction on that big one that just unfolded.
through wide right there, and but really, honestly, I just suddenly saw a 32 car just come right across my nose, smash me into the wall, and then had to tow back to pits. Engine died.
Wow, yeah, it looked like we had Johnny Rapp went right across the nose of Jacob Bradley there, right in the front, so there was really no escape for a lot of you guys. That was a big number of people caught up in that one. How much damage are you looking at?
Well, we had the one fast repair, so I popped that after the tow, but now we're looking at like I'm a couple laps down, so this heat's a little bit of a bust, but hopefully we can turn around in the near future.
All right, well, get back out there and show them what you can do, Sam. Thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
How's Sam Stoner in the 65 machine? Sitting there right behind Mr. Moon Pie Sean Johnson. And he is a couple of laps down, but that's okay. This is only the heat. The pace car is diving off, and we're getting ready to go green once again, ladies and gentlemen. With just under 6.5 minutes to go, by the time they get to the line, it should be likely close to about 6 minutes. In this first heat race, if you're thinking it's about to be over, you're dead wrong. This is only setting the stage for the feature, so be sure you are sticking around because you are not going to want to miss this race. And here they go. Coming to the line, Jacob Bradley once again and Steve Loving outside. Deja vu. We are green once again at Talladega. And already you can see some big, strong support from a number of people in this this pack here. This has definitely jostled things up quite a bit. Dustin Wilson is sitting behind Jacob Bradley, but as you can see, Dustin Bally currently up 8 positions on the night. Doing a push on his affiliated teammate there, Steve Loving. Oh, in a big shuffle up. Oh, J-Bast in the wall. And another one. Charles Broderick is flipping. A number of people diving around. Something got very hairy there. It all started with J-Bast. Something definitely went wrong with that 53 car. We're gonna have to take another look at that. That was incredible. Let's see what we can find out here. See about as far back as this thing goes. It looks like he got the 50 loose in front of him, or not the 50 rather. Whoa. Is going too fast for me to even get a good analysis. The 41. He ends up getting right, gets a big run on him, pushes him in the corner. I guess it gets the 41 really loose, causes him to have to get stirred up, checked up. The 46 got nowhere to go. Throws himself right into the back of the 53. The 53 doesn't, he doesn't even have a whole lot going on there. He ends up having to hold it down in the wall, but as we can see here, just the way this shook out with the 46 having to check up the way he did, the 29 dives down. Dan Ott comes in, clips Charles Broderick in the 16. And that sends Charles straight up in front of the 46 and 53. They probably would have been better, or at least in better condition had that not happened like that. And Charles goes flipping, absolutely no control over that truck anymore. And you can just see a number of people continues on as people continue to get hit. Unreal. Absolutely spectacular crash there. What even is that camera angle, iRacing? What are you doing? J-Bass coming back off pit road. Our leader currently, Steve Loving. Definitely going to want to hear from some people involved in that. Let's go see if we can pull Jay in, get a little bit of his take on that incident.
We're on the lead lap.
Jay got right in the booth.
What's up, dude?
Hey, man. J-Bass Blast, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go over to Twitch, follow J-Bass Blast. Tell me a little bit about what happened there, man.
I don't really know. The outside line just kind of checked up real hard, and before I knew what the 41 was, we were sharing a car for a minute there. And so big apologies for the big old bump to the rear there, Brandon. But yeah, she was real broke for a while there. But we're back. We got our fasty, and we're out on the lead lap.
What was it like when the 16 ended up in front of you there?
It was just like the good old days of off-the-wall racing back in the Back Markers League. Oh man, shout out to the good old days of what, 2022?
Yeah.
Thereabouts. Arca Season 2, baby. Let's go. Watkins Glen winner.
Well, how do you think the rest of this heat race is going to go for you?
There's what, a minute left? I think it's going to be extremely aggressive, as you can see by Sean Johnson aggressively swerving in front of me. So yeah, we're elbows out, and you know, every man for himself.
All right. Well, I'm going to take you back. Be careful out there, man.
All right, bud. Good to have you back in the booth, Rain.
All right. Thanks so much, Jay. All right. Let's see here. Try to get a wide angle. We're still got one more lap. It looks like we're going to pace around. So let's go ahead and get the unfortunate victim, bystander in this situation. I'm going to pull in Charles Broderick here. Charles got ring in the booth. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
Well, what's up with you? I think you were up for a minute there.
Yes, I was on my hood. It was amazing. You know, I almost avoided the first. I almost avoided the first caution. I ended up getting doored by the one, and then I almost avoided that extra one, and then I died.
Yeah, another situation. I mean, you can see it clear as day. That was just unfortunate. The top line just checked up so bad it sent the 29 down, and he just completely hooked you.
Yeah, it was great. You know, first race here with this league, and you know, I'm having a bunch of fun. I might have died once, but we're still here.
All right, how you think you're gonna end up finishing here? The damage, it seemed pretty catastrophic, but looks like you're doing okay right now.
You know, I caught up to the pack. You know, I'm not laps down, so we'll see what we can get out of it.
All right, man. Good luck, and I hope to see you do something pretty incredible here.
Thank you. Thanks for broadcasting, Rain.
All right. Just had to grab a couple of opinions there because, oh boy, that was exciting. Goodness gracious. We are on our second caution here, and that was a big one. It looks like we should be getting ready to go green. That doesn't really matter. The heat race is over. And I guess this is how this is going to be set up, unless it's going to send them on one final lap, which I guess is possible. That can only mean it's going to be absolutely more bananas. So let's see here in just a moment what happens. You as the audience, and I here sitting, broadcasting to you, are going to experience what happens when the clock hits 0 for the first time together. Beautiful Microsoft scheme there by Steve Loving. Love to see that. It looks like there will be a bit of an overtime. Big push coming there. Steve Loving still getting pushed by Jacob Bradley. By Dustin Bawley, but Jacob Bradley had a huge amount of momentum, and he's still getting absolutely pushed by Justin Wilson. That 50 car is unstoppable. What can't Jacob Bradley do? We are 4 wide. In the back here, look at this. This is an absolute mess back here. It is about to be absolutely incredible. Oh, we had a little bit of a blanket issue. Back to 3 wide. As they're coming around the exit, turn 4, heading to the front tri-oval there. Oh, door contact. And at the line, white flag, we're still going. Oh, no. Oh, massive hit on the 50 there. I guess, but yeah, that was the end of the heat race. So that does set things up. But what a fantastic final lap there to have seen. Wow, that was incredible. Absolutely insane, absolutely incredible. And we are going to have to see here. I do believe that Jacob Bradley did take that win. Looked like Steve Loving was pretty close there. Let's get a little talk with Steve Loving, see what he saw there in the final little bits of that. Hey, Steve, ring to the broadcast booth. You got me?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man. So that was a pretty pretty entertaining heat race you guys had. A lot of ups and downs. Charles Broderick notably went up. What was it like out there for you? What were you seeing going on?
I saw Charles go to the hot dog stand. Looked like someone he clipped on my. I think everyone would have probably cleared that accident, and he got turned and then decided to go take flight, but which kind of sucks. But those heat races, a short heat race on a super speedway is usually going to be a little bit of a mess. But my goal there was just to try to stay in front and just keep the nose in front. So if the caution came out, I could stay in front in his laps. Had a feeling it was going to be a shootout at the end, so just told Dustin, push in the corner, stay with me, and let's take it to the finish.
Well, it looked like it got you guys pretty far up there. Unfortunately, it of course cut back. I'm not able to see, but it did look like you were pretty close with Jacob Bradley there. Which one of you guys ended up taking that?
I took it.
You did? Okay,
Dustin
I thought so.
Second.
That was very, very
Dustin
close.
was second, and Jacob was third.
Excellent. Well, how you feeling about the feature itself? You, at this point, with the way the inverting everything works, you think you're going to be able to drive your way back up?
Yeah, I want to see how crazy it gets. I may try to just dip back to the back and wait for some of it to shake out. I gotta look and remind myself how long the race is to see if I want to be aggressive or if I want to be conservative. So I need to figure that out.
All right, man. Well, I mean, you are a former winner, as it is in the in a truck at Daytona, and you are a former champion in a number of other leagues. So I'm sure we're going to see some pretty impressive stuff out of here tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully everyone holds their line. I had one little close call on that race. I decided to swerve high and everybody split me down the middle. I was like, oh, crap.
That went through very quickly. It went 4 there on that last lap. You'll have to check the replay later. It was pretty insane.
Yeah, usually what happens is anytime someone sees a chance to pass me, they usually leave me and everybody just kind of like lets me work solo, which kind of sucks. But we'll see how it plays out.
All right, man. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
That was Steve Loving in the 27 car there. Chantilly, Virginia. As you can see, he was the 2023 PRL Truck Series champion. He also did win the Backmarkers Season 1 Daytona race in the trucks, so he definitely has a huge opportunity here. And as you can see, for this race, the field is inverted. So this is going to be a pretty interesting race format, I gotta tell you. I am very intrigued by how all this is going to shake out. Just gonna take a moment here, make a few adjustments, see how everything sounds. You guys hear everything okay out there in the broadcast? Whoever's watching, I saw Bali Civic, thanks so much for tuning in. Triple D Bruin said rip rap. Yeah, that was a pretty rough wreck on his part. You guys want to chat with us? Always looking to talk with you guys in the live chat below, so be sure to pour your messages in. As always, if you want to race here in this league. As you can see, 28 strong, a lot of fun just going on. That's the entire point. Just go have some fun in some trucks and iRacing. If that's your speed and you like road tracks and you like plate racing, go click the description down below. There is a join link for the Road and Plate Discord. You're definitely going to want to join up and have some fun. This season is only just beginning. We are in race 1 of season 2. Well, after that absolutely thrilling heat race, we are about to go green here with Evan Hubchak taking the green flag, followed by Brandon Brush, Levi Powell, and Robert Brobst. We are in the feature race, 35 minutes. It is going to be a sprint to see who takes home race 1 of the Road and Plate series here in Season 2, the Road and Plate League here on iRacing. Ooh, Dustin Bally shuffled out. Getting sent hard to the bottom. He's gonna have to find his way back in, but man, look at this tight pack that formed up along that front. We have some strong pushers. Jacob Bradley now looks like he's returning the favor to Justin Wilson. Jacob Bradley, how did he get up here so fast? That is absolutely incredible. The one car, Benson Weaver, absolutely moving around throughout there. We have a number of tandems forming here, trying to all do the same thing. It's only a matter of time, I imagine, before we see some people try to take it wide, try to shove into some places that maybe they don't quite belong just yet. But at this point, it is a fight between Levi Powell and Justin Wilson. Justin Wilson currently getting the better of it, but Levi Powell has a really strong pusher there in the 5 of Robert Brobst. And just behind them, the leader for the restart, Evan Hubchak. Chris Winslow, the 45, is up 3 positions. He's been absolutely moving his way up in front and sitting there in front of the 64 of Michael Gudger. And we're seeing a number of people making some shuffles. Sean Johnson up 6 positions, getting himself fighting for 12th with Michael Gudger currently on that inside line. Justin Wilson, Levi Powell still pushing back and forth. We do have somebody going wide. It is Michael Gudger. Michael Gudger's trying to get some momentum going. Might have seemed like he had a bit of a run. He's gonna fall back in line there. Jay Bass looked like he might have been thinking about going with him, trying to get up there, but just absolutely nothing came from it. We'll have to see if they try that again real soon. It is a bit early. There are still 32 minutes left to this race. So, I mean, you definitely don't want to find yourself getting spun out there. Jay Bass absolutely getting sent way to the back at this point. We also have Charles Broderick, definitely lost the draft here. He's having a bit of a struggle. Hopefully we can see him get back up there, and maybe if caution comes out or something happens, he's able to regroup and figure out what happened on that restart that got him sent to the back. Ooh, someone got sent to the wall. iRacing had better cameras built in. This would be a little bit easier to tell here. Looks like it was Chase Berry. It was Chase Berry of the 46. Shoved into the wall there. And now he is way out back at this point and losing time, definitely out of the draft. Charles Broderick's closing in on him a bit. It looks like maybe... Oh! There is another one. The first big one of the feature race. A number of people caught here. We've got smoke trailing out of one of these cars. Jacob Bradley leads to the caution here. Let's see exactly what happened. It did not look pretty. Well, I guess we might have a little bit of an idea of where this started. Yes, indeed. We're going to need to get a better camera angle here. Let's move back. Looks like Steve Loving. Unfortunately, he sent it to the middle there. Just got absolutely pinched down by the 21. The 21 of Corey Hutchinson came way low. Ended up sending him into the 888 of Phil Keck. And that was enough to send him up, pushing him into the 21 here. As we look wide, a number of people look like they likely were trying to find a way to avoid it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened here. You can see the checkup Michael Gudger. It sends the 44 spinning around Mark Royce. He comes down, catches Sam Stoner in the 65. The front of the 28 as well. Oh, big hit right into the wall. The 21 tagged in the rear there. Unfortunate bystander for Chase Berry, just trying to get himself back up. It looks like... No, I'm sorry, that wasn't Chase Berry. That is the 44 car Mike Royce here. I actually can't tell which car that is, but good Lord. Oh, the 25. There it is, Kenny Troughton. Yeah, his car is messed up. Dustin Bawley got a little bit of it. 67 trying to right himself around, catches a little bit more of the 44. Really, really rough wreck here, ladies and gentlemen. That was a tough one. Well, we're definitely going to need to talk to some people here. As we saw, that was Steve Loving involved there. Gonna go check on him, see how he's doing. Let's see if we can get Steve Loving in the booth. Hey, Steve, Rain in the broadcast booth. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I saw you got pinched there a little bit. How you feeling?
I mean, we'll see. I just want everyone to watch their mirrors and just understand that, it's not going to be a two-wide race. If you do that, list your spotter if it says two inside. Look out your window. If you see someone right next to you, don't come down and assume you can still stay too wide. People just going to take openings, and that's racing.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, this is a bit of a setback for you. It looks like you had to get towed, I imagine, there.
No, I'm good.
No, you're good. You're just... Oh, yeah, I see you peeling off a pit road right now. Did you end up getting lapped there?
Nope.
Oh, awesome.
I didn't
Impressive.
spin out. I didn't wreck. I just stayed with the field.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, there was just so many cars that ended up getting caught in that one. It was hard to tell. Well, I mean, in that case, you drove up already at this point to try to push your way through. Let's see if you can do it again, Steve.
All right, thanks.
See if we can get Kenny Troughton in here real quick. Hey, Kenny, Rain in the broadcast booth. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Well, I saw you got a little bit of a tag on that one. Lost your front end. Tell me what you saw.
Honestly, I don't know. I seen Calamity. I tried going low and got collected up in it. Third one tonight, so hoping I don't get collected in this next one, though.
Well, that's assuming there's a next one, I guess. You don't have much faith, huh?
It's Dega, man. Let's be honest.
Hey,
It's always the next one.
That's what the people are tuning in for, right? The chaos.
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess that burns your fast repair at this point, so definitely going to have to be trying to be on the lookout of it. But yeah, it just seems like when these wrecks start happening, there's really nowhere to go for a lot of people anyway. So hopefully you can manage to keep that nose on this next time around.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, Kenny, good luck.
Thank you.
That was Kenny Troughton in the 25 car from Ionia, Michigan. There you go. Check out Designs by Troughton. Looks like Kenny does some schemes there. Let's take a look at his scheme. What's he running today? Ooh. Now that is a good looking car. Sponsored by Designs by Troughton. So I guess if you're looking for a car and you like what you see there from Kenny Troughton, go give him a hit up. As always, as I said, if you think you're having fun, you think things look interesting out here, definitely be sure to click the description down below and click that join link. Come join the Discord. Come join the next race. It's gonna be plate tracks. It's gonna be road courses. It's going to be fun. Do you like iRacing? Do you like fun? This is the place for you. Get in here. It's only race 1 of season 2. There's plenty still to go and plenty of opportunity to still win this championship. Jacob Bradley has had an absolutely commanding start to this thing. He has been leading pretty much the entire time. It's been incredibly impressive, but also impressive has been Levi Powell really holding his own up here in the front as well. Managing to keep himself in line and hold really good drafts, really good partnerships with people. This has just been an absolutely incredible race so far. The heat was awesome to watch, and I'm really excited to be broadcasting this. We're about to go green here as the pace car dives off. You can already see the people kind of jockeying around. Jacob Bradley does not have the normal support behind him. That likely won't change too many things about it. He is already pulled off. He gets that rocket start right from the beginning. And you can already see people shuffling around trying to figure things out. The one of Benson Weaver trying to pull up behind. And that outside line behind Levi Powell is gaining slow momentum, but they are getting there. A third line has formed. Whoa! Big jump. Big jump there to get a jockey for position. The 85 is moving around. He jumped all the way from the inside line all the way up to the outside. The third line that had formed there, and now he's sitting there behind Mr. Moonpie, Sean Johnson. It looks like we got people pulling off to pit. Jay Bast and Laura Wiseman heading down pit road now. And there is that third line still holding strong. As people are trying to see what they can do to get a good position to get through this race. The 45 there, Chris Winslow. Things are getting a bit dicey here. People are shooting in and out, weaving in and out of lines. It's getting a little hairy. It's getting a little crazy. People are feeling kind of squirrely. And NASCAR's iRacing's camera here, about as good as Fox's broadcast, sending cameras behind the wall. Love them default cameras. And we are 3 wide for the lead. Wow, look at this. Can you see that? Levi Powell leads that lap. Jacob Bradley in the middle. And we have Brandon Brush on the bottom. But that inside line is losing momentum. It looks like Johnny Rapp, yep, that entire line's gonna drop down. That is going to really shake things up now. As we see a big push through the middle. Oh, a little bit of wall drag there. Off the car supporting Johnny Rapp on that outside, or not Johnny Rapp rather, the 3, Levi Powell. And that outside line has lost all of its momentum. Johnny Rapp, as you can see, sitting there behind Justin Wilson, who again is in his trusty spot, pushing Jacob Bradley through the front. And the 29 car, Dan Ott now getting a piece, wants him some. Mark Royce trying to do a good job of getting him up there. 3 car getting shuffled all the way to the back. Looks like Dustin Bawley getting sent out the back too. Try to get a wide range onto this. Don't want to miss any of this action. Jay Bass is back on the track. He's about 38 seconds here behind the leaders. And Laura Wiseman, currently it looks like a lap down as well here. Just trying to get herself back around. Still opportunity, still 20 minutes left, 21 minutes left in this race. This is anyone's ball game. It is plate racing. That's what's so exciting about it. And Dan Ott, really strong line he's got there. But he is just, that line, Michael Gudger, ooh. And Robert Brobst looked like he had a little bit of momentum, tried to take it to the outside. He's trying again. Sean Johnson might be going with him. They're forming a little bit of a 3-pack up here. We're gonna have to see if that gains any momentum if they get moving. As I was saying, Dan Ott there, he's got a pretty strong push from Mark Royce, Michael Gudger behind him, but that 3 tandem with Jacob Bradley, Justin Wilson, Johnny Rapp, those payday cars, that is a really strong alliance lining that bottom. And that outside line is still pushing. They don't quite have the momentum to get themselves up front, but it is not dead yet. Sean Johnson looks like he's pushing with his life to get that 5 car up to the front a little bit. No dice just yet, but the momentum has not fallen. They are not losing a ton of positions. Just need a little bit more mustard on it. Get a little more people pushing back. They're coming up on Jay Bass now, it looks like. Ooh, Sean Johnson went a little high, almost grabbed a bit of wall. But we have been pretty consistently 3 wide, and that 2-car tandem of Robert Probst and Sean Johnson there, the 5 and the 32 on the outside, has been very, very strong, really. They have not really lost any momentum, and they have just continued to push. They're working very well together. Not to mention, you look back here, you got that team up here of Charles Broderick. Oh, there you go. A little more support. Chris Winslow jumps up in front of the 65 of Sam Stoner, who was getting pushed by Charles Broderick. Charles checks up a little bit, wants to get out of the way there. But at this point now they're going to catch the lap car of Jay Bast, who's hugging the top. Oh, it's getting tight. It's getting tight. And in lovely SDK fashion, it does appear as though the overlays have killed tonight. We're gonna have to see if we can get those rebooted real quick. Don't want to break from the action though, so we're just gonna keep going without a tower. Wow, just look at the strength of these groups in front. I mean, Robert Probst is now finally up here in contention with another good push. I mean, Sam Stoner has found his way all the way up here. Mark Royce is up 12 positions. Sean Johnson up 12 positions. Dan Ott, I gotta once again say, really impressive. He is up 24 positions today, contending for the win, contending for the lead, alongside Jacob Bradley. And it has been a pretty clean 3-run stretch here, three wide run. Robert Probst again, still not losing much momentum. These 3-car tandems continuing to push and push and push, but so far the win out has been Dan Ott. And Dan Ott will lead this lap as well. There it is, Robert Probst. Now we are neck and neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. There is a pretty strong line of 3 cars continuing to figure out where they want to slot in behind them. Charles Broderick has chosen that middle line. It's not a bad line. Dan Ott has been really pulling away. There's definitely room for jumping in and around up there. And of course, you're always thinking, you see these guys getting a bit squirrely. You see them all wanting a little bit of position, trying to figure out what's going to be best. You gotta wonder if the next big one is right around the corner, but these guys have been driving incredibly well with each other. Going 3 wide this long. Jacob Bradley is gonna come around and lead this lap this time around. Dan Ott, though, still not out of it, and Robert Probst still just on their heels. Will that group up top be able to go ahead and overcome the strength of this payday group down bottom? It's hard to tell. This has been really exciting. As you can see, it's just so close. They are bumped right up behind each other. Very little room for error. That's why we saw the wrecks that we saw earlier. But I mean, we are seeing some incredible stuff. Dan Ott once again in the lead. That puts him up 25 positions on the night. Mark Royce in that 44 machine pushing him. He is up 12, between 12 to 16. It fluctuates based on what position. But what did we just say? Robert Probst. Robert Probst got a huge surge of momentum. He was in the lead for a moment there. Sam Stoner in that 65 Fonts. Oh, no! And there it goes. Not the big one, but it was big enough. And we are in yellow. Let me see if I can take a moment here. I'm gonna put you guys in the pre-race screen while I try to restart the overlay HUD. It, for some reason, has decided it will not function. No, it's still saying not found. Well, that is really unfortunate, but you know what? We don't need a tower to have fun here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to go back and see what exactly happened in that yellow flag. I definitely need to suss out exactly where it started at. And it looks like somewhere back there, roughly around the 21 perhaps. Yeah, the 21 gets turned, catches the 45. 45 goes spinning around. Great dodge there by Jay Bass getting through the middle. 67 and 21 just continue to drag the wall. It looks like... Wow! Well, that was absolutely incredible. Who was that? That was right up on him. That just missed that. We're gonna have to see how close this came to being. Oh, the 28. 28 of Tom Went. That was a close call. And as you can see now, as we go back live, the leaders are coming down to pit. And I think it is an excellent time to go ahead and hear from Tom Went here, as we see Evan Hubchak, Samuel Stoner, Danny Morris Jr. all staying out. We're gonna go ahead and pull Tom Went in here. Hey, Tom, it's Rain, the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Boy, oh boy, did you just dodge a bullet?
Yeah.
Tell me what you saw there, man.
Chaos. No, yeah, it was getting squirrely up there. Sam Stoners started to blink, and I said, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm gonna start backing down here a little bit, and then sure enough, it just happened.
Well,
Oh, goodness.
yeah, seeing that 21 car, Corey Hutchinson, coming straight down the track, and somehow, credit to Corey as well, he managed to right himself just enough, because you guys were on a collision course.
Yeah, no, and that was the thing about it. Is I said some choice words that I won't repeat on the stream, but no, that was the second time I was just like, hold your brakes. Yeah, that's what I said. So
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's been a pretty impressive one so far. Been a lot of fun.
oh yeah, just getting back in the swing of the thing after being gone for 3 weeks. And just I am originally born in Alabama, so Talladega is home. So we try to do our best.
Excellent. Well, hey, home track here. Maybe we'll see you get your way up to the front. A lot of really impressive three-wide racing was happening there for quite a while. So especially up at the front, won't be surprised to see some names get shuffled up there pretty quick. Good luck to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to pull the Ray Caruth strategy and just come up through the middle at the end. So.
All right, man. And you were in the off the wall chat, I think, right?
I am.
All right, let me put you back in there. Thanks so much, Tom.
No problem.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible here. I also want to take a moment, talk a little bit to Laura Wiseman, see exactly what was happening with her. Hi, Laura, Rain in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's been a bit of a hairy one. Some interesting things have been coming out, and you have been you've been tagged a couple of times. You've also just scraped by in a few. What's it been like out there?
Just been a frustrating day, honestly.
Understandable. Oh man, I saw that you ended up having to pit. You and Jay Bast came down. What exactly was going on there?
Just with that one caution, was trying to get caught up to the field, and wound up passing under yellow.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's always the worst. So you had to serve a drive-through there.
Yeah, drive and hold plus 26.
Oh man. Well, how many laps are you currently sitting at? My drive tower decided to die for some reason midway through that last accident.
Funny, my race laps decided to die too.
Oh, must be a server outage then.
Yeah, I'm 1 lap back, so I'm hoping I can stay out of trouble, get a lucky dog, and be back in it.
I believe there's definitely anything can happen with plate racing, so we'll have to see what happens. 25 minutes to go. I'm sure something's gonna happen.
Is that how long we got to go?
That's what it shows. Nope, sorry, I'm lying. Sorry, as I told you, my my tower's gone, so I don't really know what I'm working with. So anyway, let me take you back here as you guys are getting ready to go green. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
That's Laura Wiseman at 84. I'm noticing as well, everything's going really funny tonight. My, there we go. My, start menu was just sitting up that entire time. That's not very helpful. Nobody wants to see all of that. You can see that it's 66 degrees where I'm at. Kind of nice, kind of cool as we go green here. Evan Hubchak's gonna take the green. And he's gonna start shuffling himself around, trying to find the best spot. He saw a little momentum on that outside line. Sends himself up top. Sam Stoner's gonna give a good push, but look at that! Justin Wilson, support by Michael Gudger starting. We're coming 3 wide already. They do not waste any time. And Daniel Morris Jr. getting absolutely thrusted forward there by the 44 of Mark Royce. Followed very closely by Dan Ott. This is a very, very impressive tandem already forming. These 3-car packs, when they get together, they get strong and they do not become separated for quite a while. The outside line's losing a bit of momentum this time around, but with Johnny Rapp pulling up behind his affiliated teammate there in Payday Racing, Jacob Bradley, there's no telling what's about to happen here. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize that the current timing tower is out. I'm as frustrated as you, but the service that provides that tower tracking is apparently experiencing an outage, as well as apparently maybe Race Labs is. So something's definitely going on that's holding that stuff up. Doesn't usually happen, so I'll try to give it a reboot again if we go under yellow and see if we've got it back. But if not, we'll just keep calling it, and I'll continue to let you guys know who's running where. Evan Hubchak leading this lap. Justin Wilson sitting on that outside, still really strong. Michael Gudger just behind him. This is oh no! Oh, there it is! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's the big one. Oh, it was violent by the 7 of Dan Ott, not Dan Ott, sorry, of Evan Hubchak. I'm getting my leaders confused here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Tom Wendt. Unfortunate, he's gonna have to tow back. A lot of messed up cars here. We're gonna have to go take a look at that. Let's see if we can find that yellow. We're gonna try to switch to a live here, really wide view. And the 7 of Evan Hubchak gets crossed clean across the nose. And that sends so many people spinning. Michael Gudger gets tagged. He ends up in the wall. A lot of people dive down, manage to get out of the way. But unfortunately, this just starts taking across the entire way through. A lot of guys trying to stand on their brakes. As you can see, the 28, that's what happened to Tom Wendt. He ended up in the back, the 80 of the 80. 85 there, yeah, Justin Wilson. The 7 car, Evan Hubchak. Just seeing this. Locked it down, just too much momentum. Bam. Right into the wall. Looks like Sean Johnson got a little something there. The last second. We're going to have to take a look at this. He's tagged up right in the middle, clips right through Sam Stoner. You can see just how many people get in here. And look at that car right there running through the middle. Diving behind Michael Gudger, managing to get around. Yeah, as you can see, Sean Johnson looks like he probably straightened out just a bit, but he comes down. And he is going to end up getting plowed up by Charles Broderick. He just came down really low. Charles trying to get around everything as it dropped low behind him. Sent him flying one more time. Laura Wiseman gets a little bit of that. Looks like not too much damage. Hopefully she ends up being able to get her lap back here, though. Phil Keck, unfortunately, did take some damage there. It looked like he almost got out clean. We're going to go ahead and throw that up real quick. One more time. See if I can get these towers reloaded. No, unfortunately not. Alas, it is not meant to be tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully they come back mid-race. That would be nice. But for the time being, again, we're just going to have to sit without our towers. A lot of interesting stuff happened there, though. I'm very curious. There's definitely a number of people we could probably pull in. Definitely want to see if I can pull in Evan here. Go ahead and pull Evan Hubchak here in the 7. Evan, you ran to the booth. You got me? Well, looks like we don't have Evan on comms here, unfortunately, so we'll have to see if he ends up coming back. Let's see who's a little bit of somebody we haven't really seen a lot from here tonight. Go ahead and talk to Robert Brobst. He's been up there in the front, saw things getting hairy. Hey, Robert, it's Rain in the broadcast booth here. You got me?
Yeah, man.
Hey, well, a lot going on. What's it been like for you up there? I saw you doing some incredible work. You were getting pushed on that outside there, and I mean, you ended up doing some pushing.
I was pushing that 3. I think his name's Levi. He was doing really good being pushed. I mean, it's been an interesting race. We might have to have a chat with Mr. Dustin about his format. It's a bit wonky with the time on a super speedway lap or track.
I'm not entirely in disagreement with you here. It looks like I think you guys are coming to 2 minutes or a minute and a half.
Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 minute right now, so I think when we get the green, it's going to be white. Or maybe it'll be a green-white checkered. I'm not sure what we're going to see.
Well, it's, I believe...
Sitting 18th, my anxiety is in full go.
I can imagine. It's definitely been hectic and chaotic, and I can only imagine it's going to get better on this final lap as everybody makes their big push.
I don't know if you saw in race 1, the heat race, the B main, whatever you want to call it, my incredible snaking through that one wreck.
I do believe we did catch that.
I got through that without being touched, and I'm gonna ride the high of that for a few days, probably.
Well, you deserve to, man. I'm gonna go ahead and drag you back up there because you guys are about to go green. Good luck to you on this final run.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody for getting this thing put together and going.
All right, man. Good luck. Robert Brobst, the number 5. Currently in the lead here, we're looking at Mark Royce. He's been doing a lot of support, a lot of pushing. Just to the outside of him, Dan Ott. Dan Ott has been doing some incredible work himself here tonight. So this is a really, really interesting shakeup. Anything can happen here as we get going. Mark Royce takes the green flag. And mind you, I do believe we are now at a white flag as things begin to shake up here. We are at the time limit, so this is bound to be where it ends. We have somebody way out behind. I don't know what happened. They weren't able to quite catch up. We're gonna have to see if they're able to dive down out the way, take the apron here. A lot of mixing up in the back through here. As you can see, everybody is pushing. Everybody wants a piece. We're going 3 wide around the lap car. But it looks like it's going to be a drag between Brandon Brush and Mark Royce. These guys have been fighting their way up front all day. Mark Royce up 14 positions, but oh, and there it is. Brandon Brush ends up crossing the line. An absolutely incredible surge of last-minute momentum for Brandon Brush. And as you can see, Steve Loving, Dustin Bally, Mark Royce, Dan Ott round out your top 5. And chaos ensues after the checkered flag. Wow, wow, wow. Some pretty incredible racing here today. Man, we're gonna have to pour through this. Some really incredible stuff ended up happening throughout this night. As it looks right now, current big mover of the evening, Kenny Troughton, up 20 positions, finishing 7th. That 25 car. Man, oh man, oh man. There he is with Benson Weaver having a little bit of a shove off there. Just behind him, contending. Or actually, no, Dan Ott. Oh, it looked like my timer had not quite picked up. Dan Ott, actually, is the big mover of the evening. And here we go, our winner though, Brandon Brush. Spinning around, getting his donuts, almost getting intercepted. Unbelievable. Brandon, unfortunately, doesn't look like we have him on comms, so we're gonna have to go up and start pulling in our podium here. Let's go grab Dustin Bally, see if what he has to say here. Dustin's right in the booth. Got me?
Rain, it's so good to hear your voice again.
Yeah, it's good to see/hear you again, man.
So, yeah, how about a little bit of that off-the-wall action there at the end, huh?
You guys kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't realize you guys were where you were that entire time.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had a pretty good sprint race, obviously, and then in the middle of the kind of as the feature race started, we decided to take it a little easy. We shuffled our way to the back, kind of waited for the wrecks to happen, and then after that, second to last caution, we found ourselves in 6th and 7th, and we're able to make it work, and some good pushing pushed us to the podium. So it was a good day for off-the-wall racing.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve Loving, you know, pushing your teammate ahead of you, getting just in there. Jay Bass, not quite a great day. He is up 3 positions overall on the night, and 15th though, so he didn't do too bad. Charles Broderick had a little bit of fun here tonight. He was actually up as well, up 3 down there in 21st. A lot of collisions, a lot of interesting big ones occurring. Definitely. What was your take on some of these incidents?
I think the word that comes to mind is rust. I think everyone was a little rusty in the way they were holding the cars, and people were kind of bouncing around a little more than expected. And that's kind of what happened the first race last season. And then as we moved along, the latter races were a little bit cleaner. But I think the new format was good. I like the pace of it. I think getting a short race in and then a long race in before an hour's up basically is going to be good. And I'm excited to see what it looks like on the road courses. But overall, pretty happy. Obviously, personally, it was a good day. But I think for the league to have 28 people show up was amazing. I think that's our highest count yet. I think our record before that was either 24 or 25. So yeah, it was great seeing everybody, and I hope the people that were here had a good time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, great start. Really interesting format you got here. Happy to be starting up with it. Gonna go ahead and take you back in. And, congrats, man. Congrats on 3rd.
Yep. Sorry, I want to give a couple of quick shout outs.
Yeah.
It's so good to have you back. So I want to thank you for broadcasting as always. It's great to have you. Shout out to Steve Loving, off the wall racing teammate, Jay Bass, and literally my cousin Alex Hunt, who's now racing with us. So many people I want to thank, but and then at home, my wife Rebecca, parents Tom and Deb, mother-in-law Karen, anyone else who's watching. Thanks for watching and supporting us, and I can't wait to see everyone next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dustin Bally finishing third in your race here tonight. Gonna go ahead and grab Steve Loving real quick and hear what he's got to say, just because of the way it kind of shook out there. We didn't have Brandon initially. Steve coming in second, kind of right at the line. Didn't really see you or Dustin there. Tell me a little bit about that finish. How you feeling?
Good. I mean, what matters is trying to get up there at the end. After the little snafu earlier, I decided to kind of hang out in the back and wait for a chance to jump the field a little bit in the pits and then see if I could maneuver on the last few laps, and kind of worked out. So you fortunately worked together with Dustin. We tried to do that. Once I got behind Brandon, and knowing the inside line had Gudger and a damaged truck, I committed myself to just pushing Brandon as hard as possible all the way through the corners. He didn't know that, but I was going to stick with him until at least the tri-oval. At that point, I thought I had enough space to move to the inside, but I wasn't 100% sure. I couldn't remember my spotter, so clear. So I didn't want to risk bottling everybody up. So I just went high and decided to see, do I have anything to make it to the line or not? But hey, P2 is better than P28 in wrecking. Having a P1 and a P2 points for race one, I think is a great start for the season.
Absolutely. It definitely was a really interesting race format. How'd you feel about it?
It's different. I think I like it. It does change the strategy a little bit, flipping the top 10 and putting the leader mid-pack. Makes it challenging because you're trying to figure out, do I need to push to get to the front? Do I hang out and take the risk, or do I fall all the way back and have to work my way? So it's interesting. It's definitely different, but that's good. There's so many leagues that are the same, and we're aiming to do something different here and have fun, and I think we did that.
Well, it's a good start for season 2 for you, taking home a podium, as we talked about. So congratulations to you, and looking forward to seeing what else you can do. Anybody you want to thank? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I want to thank the team off the wall, Dustin, Jay, working together. I want to thank Brandon for doing a good job holding his line on the last couple laps and not doing anything squirrely and let me push them all the way through the corners. That was great. The new sponsor on the truck, Microsoft, I want to thank them for not allowing my PC to crash and let me finish.
Absolutely. Well, once again, Steve Loving, ladies and gentlemen, your second place here in race 1 of Talladega. And now the man you've all been waiting for, Brandon Brush, your winner of the season 2 opening race. Brandon, how's it feel?
Oh, it's pretty good. I won the season opener for the first season, so it's nice to follow that up.
Oh wow, so you're really coming back to back on this thing then.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I mean, that last surge of momentum, you had Steve Loving really pushing you hard, trying to get you through. There obviously was the lapper, kind of made things interesting right there at the end. When you were coming up to the line, what did you see coming? As you were coming across that tri-oval, what was going through your head?
I saw the lapper. I wasn't sure what he was gonna do, and then I was just trying to hold the inside line tight, but obviously not try to cause a massive accident there. I was glad Steve was behind me. I know he's really good on these plate tracks. I figured with how long he stayed with me that he wouldn't have a big enough run, and it paid off.
Well, I mean, this is huge momentum going into the season. Obviously, how do you feel about the rest of these plate tracks? I mean, I know they're kind of chance most of the times.
Yeah, no, they're definitely chance. I know. Yeah, I felt good after winning that first race last season, and then the plates kind of went downhill with Dega, the entire field crashing, and then Daytona at the end. I crashed like 2 times in a row there, but I think it's good momentum, and then with the road, that's the strong suit for me. So hopefully, just keep chugging away and getting podium finishes.
What do you think of the format this time around?
I liked it. I don't know. My Race Labs feature clock wasn't working, so I was like, I had to do some mental math to figure out how long the race was actually going to be and where we were at with that. But then I figured out that it was we had another 1 lap shootout there for the feature. I think for the plate, maybe the heat could be a tinge longer, but otherwise, I think the format's probably gonna be pretty good for the road course side. So.
Yeah, it definitely was interesting, and it definitely looked like a lot of fun. It's funny you said about the race labs. Laura Wiseman also said her race labs went down, and simultaneously, my overlay system through SDK died about midway through the race as well. So looks like there might have been some kind of server outage, maybe with APIs from iRacing midway through the race.
Yeah, if everyone had the issue, then yeah, it definitely sounds like API kind of issue. It was like 5. Luckily, I think it was only exactly 5 minutes off, so I was kind of just doing quick glances to see if I was getting to 30 minutes as opposed to 35. So.
Well, it definitely didn't slow you down any, and it did not stop you from taking home that checkered flag. First win of the season. You're winning the opener again with a big old push from you. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, we'll do. I'm driving for Brush Aiken Racing on the hood there, and then I got Ryan Barnes Foundation on the side. That's a cause for flat track rider that was a family friend. He passed away in an accident, and they got a foundation set up. They're actually down sponsoring a team and that racing at Daytona tonight on Flow Racing. I think the main just happened. I think he got 8th, so that's good for new rider that they got on that team there. So it seems like a good night for all the causes here.
Absolutely. Do they have a website?
Yeah, it's rv68foundation.org is the foundation.
Awesome. Well, everybody watching, go take a look there, see if you can support the cause. Always good to do charitable giving.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it. Thanks for the broadcast, and thanks, Dustin, for the league.
Absolutely, man. Congrats. Enjoy your win.
All right. Thanks, man.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for your race here at Talladega. Once again, apologies about the tower. That's really not anything I can control. I don't run the APIs or the servers. I just run the client side of things. So, unfortunately, we lost those about midway through, but everything else, that did not stop the race from being interesting. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What would you change if you could? Be sure to leave comments down on the video if you're watching this after the fact. Say who your favorite driver is, who you're rooting for. And as always, make sure you tune in next time. Click that subscribe button and click the bell down below so you can be notified anytime we're going live once again. As I say, I have been Rain Braun. This has been the Road and Plate Racing League. And we will catch you guys next week. And that race, just so you're aware here, is going to be Donington Park National. We're going to the road, ladies and gentlemen. So everybody, get ready, get prepared. We're going to have a good time. Thanks so much for coming out. Thank you so much for joining us here. And we look forward to seeing you guys again next week. So long for now.